Hey guys, welcome back to my sewing room. I'm Kelly and you found me here on Pick and Stitches, and today I have the latest box in from Fat Quarter Shop. I can't wait to see what's in this month's sew sampler. All right, you guys, I hope you can't hear it. I have been a little bit crazy with bringing in and getting stuff preserved and canned. And right now I've got the canner going in the kitchen and it's going to have a 90-minute session. So I thought this is the perfect time to get into this box. So let's see what we got. Ooh, that's pretty. Sew sampler. Sewing Wild. Anybody have any guesses on what this line's going to be? I have no idea. I have not even looked at any of the sneak peeks. I'm totally missing it. Sewing Wild. Okay, so this month our pattern is 20% off all Charm Pack patterns. So they've got a code in here. We have a second quilt that we can make with this pattern. And then let's see what our fabric ended up being. Oh, that's pretty, you guys. Look, all blues and greens and grays, totally in my wheelhouse for sure. I love it. So we have 3 charm packs here. Ooh, and we have a new tool. So this is the 4-in-1 Hexi non-slip creative grids ruler. I'm sure we have a pattern that will go along with this. And I am looking at it and I think this is going to be so fun. Okay, so here's our pattern for this month. So our finished size is going to be 16.5 by 58.5. This is going to be for a table runner. So we're only going to need 7/8 of a yard for the background. We're going to need 2/3 of a yard for bias binding. And then where is my backing? And 2 yards for the backing. So it's going to be a fun project, slightly different than some of our other ones. And I think there is a tutorial. Let's see. Nope, just kidding. So there is a special live stream that they're going to be doing for this quilting line, but it's not going to be, whoops, can we see it? Focus. But it's not going to be for using the ruler. So let's see how our instructions look in our, oh, perfect. Okay, the instructions look really great and straightforward. So this should be something that we can definitely work on together, and hopefully I can get this starched and ready to go. That's going to be a fun one. And then also in this box, we got our flower block number 5. This is the 5th one, and it's going to be featuring that Summertime line by Camille Ross Kelly. The other thing we got in our box was another Sew Line air erasing pen. So this block's a little bit different. Sometimes when we get a tool like that, they have to give us a lot more fabric or certain specific things. I really feel like this box is always a really good value. It's $29.99 plus $5 shipping. And I feel like you always get that plus more out of it. And it does push my boundaries. It pushes my ability to try new things and kind of gets you out of that normal wheelhouse. So for this month's box, we got our 3 charm packs. Those are valued at $37.44. So just out of the gate, you've already gotten all your value and more in just the fabrics. Then we got our Sew Line erasable fabric pen. That was $3.98. We have our table runner pattern that's valued at $10. We have our flowering quilt along. That block pattern was valued at $4.98. And then we have our ruler. So this 4-in-1 Hexi ruler is valued at $21.99. And I just love creative grid rulers. I don't know why, they just don't slide around like other rulers can do sometimes. And I think whoever designed most of these rulers must think similarly to the way I think, or I think similarly to the way they think, because they just tend to make sense. A lot of times when I try other rulers from other companies, I have to kind of stop and think about it. And so maybe this just works well with my mind when I'm rushing. So let's get a look at one of these packets. Okay, I didn't think I had them in here, but I just restocked because I used my last one and This is my favorite hack to keep these from going all over my sewing room, because if you've opened a charm pack before, you know that is exactly what it'll do. Okay. Oh, that's a sticky one. So I have not looked at the pattern enough to know if I'm going to have enough to starch these first. I know that Kimberly generally does make sure that there's enough in there to do that, but since this is such a specific ruler, I want to make sure before I starch anything that I've got enough fabric to finish the project. Okay, so teal and navy and gray, definitely one of my favorites. So very cute. I really like this pattern, you guys. And this is going to be great in these little smaller blocks. They did a fantastic job putting together this pattern and this fabric with this new ruler. And I know sometimes people aren't into the new rulers and that can be challenging, but it is really nice when they give you an alternative pattern that is free and you can make that up there. Very cute. Oh, you guys, I love this. This is a really, really fun line. I can't wait to get into it. And then a little splash of yellow in there just to kind of pull it all back together. More teal backgrounds. Oh, that's cute. That would be fun as the background for the whole quilt, like, or the runner, like that as your, it's a little bit busy, but it's kind of subtle. I don't know. I like that. Oh, fun. So they've got a couple of little ditzy prints in here. I like that a lot. That could be a really great background fabric as well. I think I'm going to be making this out with my Bella Solid 98 just because that's what I have. So to give you perspective on that, I think it's, oh, it's actually a little bit wider than my Bella Solid. That's interesting. Hold on, is that the wrong one? Yeah, it looks a little bit brighter than my Bella Solid 98. That's interesting. Okay. Well, it'll still work. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, and that's pretty. Really dark navy with that kind of lighter teal accent. You guys, I am loving this collection. This is really fun. Get a little turquoise, a little teal, a little navy, and then some bright greens. It's kind of like they made it just for me. Very cute. I like this too. And we get this in a couple different colorways also. Very fun. Okay, guys, so that's it for this month's Sew Sampler box. I cannot wait to sew this one out. This one is going to be so much fun. I have never used this ruler before. Where'd it go? I have never used this ruler before, but it's a 4-in-1 hexie ruler, so it looks like we can make all kinds of fun shapes with it. So if you do enjoy these unboxing videos or any of my other tutorials, please do hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. And I would love to see you guys over on the new channel that I'm starting to set up called Pickin' Roots and Shoots. It's where I'm going to try to park some of my gardening and canning and all the things that everybody keeps asking about that are kind of yanking me out of the sewing room at the moment. So until then, guys, I will see you next time. you.